The Laughing Galaxy. The war had already spread across many systems. Fast alien fleets ruled the stars. Their ships moved like sharp blades through space. Everyone feared their speed and power. Humans were new to this galaxy. They were slow to grow, slow to learn, and slow to fight. That is what everyone believed. Near the edge of a burning star system, a single human warship appeared. It moved slowly, too slowly. Its engines glowed weak and steady. Its armor looked old and heavy. Alien sensors locked onto it at once. The alien commanders laughed. They shared images of the ship across open channels. They mocked its size. They mocked its speed. They mocked humanity. This ship was the slowest warship they had ever seen. The alien fleet surrounded it. Dozens of fast ships forming a wide circle. They did not attack. They wanted to enjoy the moment. They wanted to watch the human ship fail. Inside the human warship, the crew stayed silent. Men and women sat at their stations. Their faces calm, their hands steady. The captain stood at the center of the bridge. He watched the stars move slowly past the main screen. He did not speak. Everyone on the ship knew the plan. The ship continued forward. Slow, steady, unchanging. Alien voices filled the open channel. Taunts, jokes, warnings, false mercy. They told the humans to surrender. They promised a quick end. The human ship did not reply. The alien commanders grew curious. Their scanners showed strange readings. The ship was heavy, far heavier than it should be. Its power core was stable, but deep, layered, hidden. The ship looked weak, but it did not behave like a weak ship. Still, the aliens laughed. One alien commander ordered a close pass. His ship rushed forward, circling the human vessel in seconds. The human ship did not react. Inside the hull, something shifted. Deep below the decks, systems long asleep began to warm. Quiet energy moved through thick cables. The crew felt it, a low hum beneath their feet. Soft, controlled. The captain finally spoke, his voice calm and low. Hold position. The crew obeyed. Outside, the alien fleet watched closely. They expected panic. They expected desperate movement. Instead, the human ship kept moving forward. Slowly, the aliens shared the moment across the galaxy. This was entertainment. This was proof that humans were weak. News channels replayed the image. A slow human warship drifting toward its end. But somewhere in the human ship, far below the bridge, sealed systems unlocked. Gravity stabilizers shifted. Mass regulators adjusted. Energy sinks opened. This ship was not built for speed. It was built for something else. The alien commanders argued. Some felt uneasy. Some wanted to fire. Others wanted to wait. Pride won. They would destroy the ship later. First, they would enjoy the fear. The human ship crossed an invisible line, a boundary marked only in human charts. The captain looked at the timer. It reached 0. Still no weapons fired. Still no shields raised. The ship slowed even more. Alien laughter filled the channels again. Inside the human ship, the crew waited. Their breathing slow, their focus sharp. They were not afraid. They had trained for this moment. For years. For decades. This ship was never meant to run. It was meant to arrive. The engines dimmed slightly. The hum grew deeper, stronger. The stars around the ship seemed to stretch. Just a little. No one noticed yet. The alien fleet watched. Confident. Careless. The slow human warship kept moving forward. And the galaxy kept laughing. For now. The ship that should not exist. The alien fleet stayed in perfect formation. Their ships moved fast, even while holding position. They circled the slow human warship like hunters. To them, the battle was already over. Inside, the alien command vessel senior officers watched the scans. The human ship was still moving forward. Still silent. Still slow. They increased sensor power. They wanted to see fear inside the hull. What they found confused them. The mass of the ship kept changing. Not increasing. Not decreasing. Shifting. Alien scientists argued. Some said the readings were broken. Others said the ship carried hidden cargo. No one suggested danger. The ship looked too old, too simple, too slow. Inside the human warship, the air felt heavy. Not from fear, from pressure. The crew felt it in their bones. A deep weight that settled into the metal walls, into the floor, into their chests. The engineering decks glowed with soft blue light. Thick armor doors sealed behind them. Systems long buried inside the ship came alive. This was not a combat ship built for battles. This was a fortress made to endure. The chief engineer watched the monitors. Every value was exactly where it should be. The ship was ready. On the bridge, the captain stood unmoving, his eyes fixed forward. He could hear the alien voices, still laughing, still mocking. They talked about capturing the ship, about displaying it as proof, about teaching humans their place. The captain did not listen. He remembered the early days, when humanity lost its first colonies, when fast alien ships burned cities in seconds, when speed decided who lived. That was when humans learned. Speed could be beaten. The slow ship moved deeper into the alien formation. Aliens allowed it. They wanted the view. One alien commander ordered a warning shot. A bright beam cut through space, passing close to the human hull. The ship did not flinch. The beam struck nothing. Yet the space around the human ship seemed to bend. Just slightly. Alien scanners flickered. Operators cursed quietly. Systems reset. They blamed interference. Inside the human ship, the gravity core reached its first stage. Silent. Stable. The ship grew heavier. Not in mass. In presence. The crew felt it again. That deep pressure, like standing beneath a mountain. The captain spoke again. Still calm. Hold. The ship slowed even more. Almost drifting. The alien fleet tightened its circle. They wanted to end this. Alien weapons powered up. Hundreds of targeting systems locked onto the slow hull. The humans still did not raise shields. This confused the aliens. It made some nervous. One alien officer suggested pulling back. His voice was sharp, uneasy. The commander silenced him. Humans were weak. History proved it. The human ship crossed another invisible line. Another mark known only to human command. Deep inside the ship, final safeties disengaged. The gravity field expanded outward. Slowly, carefully, space around the ship thickened. The stars did not move the same way anymore. Alien ships closest to the human vessel felt it first. Their engines struggled, just a little. Pilots adjusted thrust, complained about drag, about strange resistance. They laughed it off. Inside the human ship, the crew felt a quiet relief. Everything was working. Years of waiting. Years of preparation. The ship was doing exactly what it was built to do. Alien commanders watched as a few of their ships drifted off course. Just slightly. Nothing dangerous. Yet, the slow human warship kept moving. Unchanged. Unstoppable. Its engines glowed steady. Not bright. Not loud. Patient. The alien fleet still believed this was entertainment. A slow end to a weak enemy. They did not understand. This ship was never meant to chase. Never meant to flee. It was meant to change the battlefield. The gravity field reached full spread. Still invisible. Still silent. Space itself now belonged to the human ship. The captain looked at his crew. At their steady hands. Their calm faces. He gave the smallest nod. The aliens were about to learn. And the galaxy was about to stop laughing. The first mistake. The alien fleet moved closer. Their confidence was strong. Their weapons ready. Their laughter still echoed across open channels. They believed the human ship was trapped. Slow. Silent. Helpless. The first alien commander gave the order. Fire-controlled strike. A line of bright energy rushed forward. Fast and sharp. Aimed at the center of the human hull. The beam struck the ship. Nothing happened. No explosion. No panic. No alarms. The human ship absorbed the attack. Its armor darkened for a moment, then returned to normal. Alien crews stared at their screens. Confused. Angry. They fired again. Stronger this time. Multiple beams hit the ship. Flashes of light spread across its surface. Still nothing. Inside the human ship, the crew felt a gentle vibration, like distant thunder. Contained. Controlled. The chief engineer watched energy flow into the sinks. Every system held steady. The captain did not move. Outside, the alien fleet began to murmur. This was not how weak ships behaved. One alien pilot reported engine strain. His ship felt heavy, sluggish. Command told him to adjust thrust. Another pilot reported the same. Then another. The slow human ship did not fire, did not raise shields, did not respond. It only moved forward. Alien commanders grew impatient. They ordered a full attack. Hundreds of weapons fired at once. Space lit up with energy. The slow ship vanished inside the storm. For a moment, the aliens believed they had won. Then the light faded. The human ship was still there. Its armor glowed faintly, like heated stone, but it remained intact. Alien weapons systems began to fail. Target locks dropped. Energy levels spiked. Panic spread quietly. Inside the human ship, the gravity field reached deeper. Its invisible pull wrapped around the battlefield. Alien ships closest to the human vessel began to drift. Their engines struggled. Their movements slowed. Speed became useless. Alien pilots tried to break away. They pushed their engines to maximum. Their ships resisted, like flying through deep water. One ship lost control. It spun, collided with another. Both ships were crushed, not by weapons, but by force. Alien commanders shouted orders. Formations broke. The battlefield turned chaotic. Still, the human ship did not fire. It simply existed, heavy, unstoppable. Alien sensors screamed warnings. Mass distortions, gravitational anomalies. They finally understood. Too late. Inside the human ship, the crew felt the shift. The moment when the enemy realized the truth. The captain spoke, his voice calm, almost gentle. Stage 2. Deep inside the ship, a new system activated. The gravity field tightened. Alien ships were pulled closer, dragged toward the slow hull. Their speed betrayed them. Fast movements caused stress. Engines tore themselves apart. One alien cruiser collapsed inward. Its structure failed, crushed by invisible weight. Screams filled the channels. Panic replaced laughter. The slow human ship finally changed. Weapon ports opened, not glowing, not loud, silent. Controlled bursts of energy struck trapped ships. Precise, merciless. Each shot ended a threat. The aliens tried to retreat. They could not. Space no longer obeyed them. The battlefield belonged to humanity. The slow ship advanced. Every movement deliberate. Every second heavy. Alien commanders begged, threatened, promised. The humans did not answer. This was not revenge. This was correction. The galaxy had made a mistake. By believing speed meant power. By mocking what they did not understand. Alien fleets collapsed. Ships fell silent. Drifting wrecks filled the void. News feeds across the galaxy cut to black. Then returned, showing one image. A slow human warship, moving forward. And nothing could stop it. The laughter was gone, replaced by fear. When space obeyed humans, the battlefield was no longer loud. No laughter, no taunts. Only strained engines and silent fear. Alien ships struggled inside the invisible field. Their pilots fought controls that no longer answered. Every movement felt heavy. Every second slower than the last. The slow human warship moved forward. Steady, unchanging. To the aliens, it felt like a mountain drifting through space. Inside the human ship, the crew remained calm. Screens showed collapsing enemy formations. Gravity values stayed perfect. This was the moment they trained for. The captain watched the enemy fleet fold inward. He did not feel joy, only focus. This was not a battle of rage. It was a lesson. Alien commanders tried new tactics. They ordered ships to shut down engines, to drift freely. For a moment it worked. Ships floated. Still. Then the gravity field adjusted. Space itself shifted. The drifting ships were pulled again. Slowly, inevitably. Some alien crews abandoned stations. Panic spread. Discipline broke. The human ship did not chase. It did not rush. It waited. Inside the ship, a secondary system activated. Mass anchors locked into position. The field became sharper. more focused. Alien ships began to deform. Hulls bent. Structures groaned. No explosions. Just pressure. Alien engineers screamed warnings. Their materials were failing. Their designs were never meant for this. The galaxy watched. Distant systems picked up the signals. Data streams flooded networks. For the first time, the galaxy saw humans fight without speed. They saw patience weaponized. The slow warship advanced again. Each movement felt like a decision made long ago. Alien fleets attempted a final strike. They fired everything. Missiles, beams, kinetic weapons. The attacks curved, bent, missed. Space did not behave as expected. Inside the human ship, the crew felt the field tighten. The hum grew deeper, stronger. The ship was not just controlling gravity. It was rewriting engagement rules. The captain gave another command. Simple, clear, contain. The gravity field locked. No ship could escape. No jump drives could activate. Alien commanders realized the truth. This was not a trap. This was a cage. Some alien ships surrendered. Their weapons powered down. Their signals weak. Others refused. Fear turned into desperation. They tried to overload engines, to break free. The result was the same. Ships collapsed inward, crushed by their own speed and mass. The human weapons fired again. Few shots. Perfect timing. Each shot ended resistance. Not with anger, with certainty. Inside the human ship, the crew felt a quiet weight lift. The system was stable. The enemy broken. This was the proof humanity needed. The slow ship was not alone anymore. Human fleets across nearby systems received the signal. Confirmation. Success. But they were not needed. One ship was enough. The alien command vessel attempted to send a final message. A warning. A plea. The captain listened. Then he closed the channel. The slow human warship moved past the wreckage, past drifting hulls and silent engines. It did not stop. It was never meant to. The galaxy now understood. Too late. Humans did not build ships to win races. They built them to win wars. The slow ship continued forward, leaving behind broken fleets and shattered beliefs. News channels across the stars replayed the same image. A human warship, moving slowly, unchallenged, and space itself bending to its will. The age of mocking humanity had ended. When fear spread across the stars, the battlefield was quiet now. Not peaceful, but heavy. Wrecked alien ships drifted slowly, caught inside the fading gravity field. Their lights dark, their voices gone. The slow human warship moved through them, like a shadow that could not be stopped. Inside the ship, the crew stayed at their stations. Hands steady, eyes focused. They were not celebrating. They knew this moment would echo far beyond this system. Alien communication networks began to light up. Distress signals escaped before the field fully collapsed. Fragments of truth spread across the galaxy. The slow human ship, the gravity weapon, the unstoppable advance. Fear moved faster than any warship. In distant systems, alien councils gathered. Leaders shouted. Commanders argued. How could one ship do this? How could humans build such a thing? They replayed the battle again and again, looking for mistakes, looking for hope. They found none. The slow ship had not used speed. It had not used overwhelming firepower. It had used control. That terrified them. Inside the human ship, the gravity field slowly powered down. Systems cooled. Energy sinks released stored power. The hum faded, but the weight of what had happened remained. The captain finally allowed himself to sit. His body felt tired, but his mind stayed sharp. A message request appeared. Alien origin. High authority. The crew looked to the captain. He allowed it. The alien voice was no longer mocking, no longer proud. It was careful. They asked what humans wanted. Territory, resources, surrender. The captain answered calmly. We want understanding. The alien voice hesitated. The captain continued. Humans will not be ruled by speed. We will not be hunted because we move slowly. This ship exists so that never happens again. Silence followed. The channel closed. Across the galaxy, reactions exploded. Some aliens called for peace. Others demanded new weapons. Many ordered borders closed. Human fleets did not advance. They did not threaten. They waited. The slow warship remained where it was, surrounded by the remains of a fallen fleet. It did not chase survivors. It did not hunt. Its message was already delivered. In nearby human systems, people watched the news. With fear, with pride, they saw proof that humanity could stand alone. Back on the ship, the crew finally relaxed. Some leaned back. Some closed their eyes. They had carried this secret for years. Now, it was no longer hidden. The ship was a warning, not a conqueror. Deep space sensors detected movement. New alien ships appeared at extreme range. Not attacking, not fleeing, watching. The slow ship did not move to meet them. It waited. That waiting was worse than any threat. Alien commanders across the stars felt it. That quiet pressure, that knowledge. Humans did not need to rush. They had time. The slow warship powered down non-essential systems. It drifted among the wreckage. Silent again. But now silence meant fear. The galaxy had changed. No longer did speed alone define strength. No longer did fast fleets guarantee victory. The lesson was clear. Mocking humans had a cost. And the slowest ship ever built had just shown everyone what that cost could be. Far away, new legends began to form, told in whispers, shared in warnings. Never underestimate the slow ones, because when they arrive, they are already ready. The legend that remained. Time passed after the battle, but the echo did not fade. Stories spread across the galaxy, told by survivors, whispered by traders, studied by strategists. They all spoke of the same thing. The slow human warship. Alien empires changed their maps. Borders shifted. Routes closed. No fleet moved without caution. Human space stayed quiet. No invasions. No threats. That silence carried weight. Inside the slow warship, the crew continued their duty. Systems maintained. Logs recorded. Lessons saved. The ship did not return home. It remained on the frontier. A guardian without a banner. Alien scouts watched from far away. Never close. Never brave. They recorded every movement. Every pause. The ship rarely moved. When it did, it was slow, deliberate. Human command sent no messages of pride. No declarations. The proof was already written in space. Years later, a new alien coalition formed. Younger species. Curious. Afraid. They sent a single envoy. Unarmed. Careful. The slow human ship allowed it near. The envoy spoke with respect. Not fear. Not arrogance. They asked why humans built such a ship. Why choose slowness? The captain answered. Speed runs from problems. Weight ends them. The envoy returned, carrying that truth. From that moment, treaties followed. Not because humans demanded them, but because others understood. Conflict did not vanish, but it changed. Fast fleets learned to keep distance. Aggressive empires paused, calculating. The slow ship never fired again. It did not need to. Its presence shaped decisions, altered plans, prevented wars. Human engineers built more ships like it. Not many, just enough. Each one carried the same lesson. Time is a weapon. Control is power. The galaxy adapted. New doctrines replaced old ones. Speed was balanced with caution. Patience became strategy. The slow warship became a symbol, not of destruction, but of certainty. Generations later, children across many species learned the story, not as a myth, but as history. They learned that laughter can blind, that pride can destroy, that misunderstanding can end civilizations. The slow human warship remained at the edge of space, unchanged, watching. No one mocked it anymore. They respected the silence, the wait, the patience. Humans had proven something simple. Power does not rush. It waits. And when the moment comes, it does not miss. The galaxy remembered, and it never laughed again.